I've been doing marketing for real estate agents for just under 3 years now. Was going to be a real estate agent. Okay, so I was working a shitty job I hated, and then wanted to become a real estate agent, so I started studying to do that. And then meanwhile, I was watching YouTube videos, how to get rich, how to make $1 million in a week, all that sort of stuff. Found out about marketing agencies, and I was like, I'll do marketing for real estate agents. So yeah, I've been doing that for like almost 3 years now. Specialize in Facebook ads. Started off like just generating leads for real estate agents, and it was pretty easy to figure out. There's some, intricacies, but once you get the handle of it, that's the easy part. But I found the hard part is actually getting them to do what they need to convert them is always the biggest difficulty. So that's been a learning, and then just trying to figure that out, I guess. Yeah. I don't really know what you guys want to go through, but I figured I'd just sort of talk on like first ads that don't work, because it's what most people tend to do. So if I zoom up here, we love Canva. So these ads are bad ads. Why are they bad ads? Well, there's one thing I do like about them, and it's the simplicity. It's like plain black, and it's like thinking of selling it simple, straight to the point. They're probably performing maybe okay, but they're still shit. Why? Because they're not calling out anything that I guess resonates with people thinking about selling, although it might look like it, which is why they're performing okay. I've got better examples which I can touch on better. These are the type of ads that are really bad. Why? As you go through the city, real estate agents are always they're always saying, I need to be different, I want to be different, I want to do something that no one else is doing. Whereas they always look the same. They have the same ads on bus packs, they have the same ads on flyers, they have the same ads on Facebook. So because people are so used to seeing real estate agents' ads that look exactly like this, although maybe different color schemes, it's pretty much the same. They'll see this on Facebook and they'll be like, oh fuck, just another fucking real estate agent, and scroll straight past it. Like it doesn't catch the eye. It doesn't resonate with them. It doesn't stand out unless maybe it just doesn't work. There's more ads sort of similar, which I was going to run through. But like this guy here was actually a client of mine for like a month. He did like a month trial. They're just super expensive cost per lead. When I look at Facebook ads, people who have different mindsets around it, what I find is the best is make it as easy as possible for them to become a lead. People need the human touch. So get their information as easy as possible, low barrier to entry, and then just get them on the phones and work hard on the phones to have that real face or maybe voice conversation on the phone and try and book that face-to-face meeting.
Are you saying that these ones here are
bad?
No, they're not good.
They're still not good.
In your view, what do you not like about them?
Yeah, so they still look like, I don't know, it's just there's so much to them and they're so confusing to me. Like when you look at that, it's like, okay, you've got free property appraisal, but it's just, I'll be honest, I have no reason like,
Too wordy?
Yeah, too wordy. There's too much going on in my opinion. And I'll show you some examples of what ads that get super cheap cost per lead is. There's other things as well, like this sign up button here. Like,
So putting a simple call to action on the bottom of it.
is important, but sign up is the wrong one. Because people, when they want to find out how much their home is worth, the last thing they want to do right now is speak with a real estate agent. Like, that's just the fact of the matter. They want it as like low barrier to entry as possible. They just want to know the price. and then it's like building that relationship with them after getting the information. So using a sign up button is like, what the fuck am I signing up for? Like, I don't want to sign up for anything. The only ever call to action I use is learn more, because they want to learn more. The other ones, don't work as well. Like learn more here. Again, this shit, people don't give a shit about your business until they actually care about you, is what I believe. So saying like, I'm the number one office and I'm so amazing, they're like, it's like you're, unless they know who you are, I guess it maybe comes across egotistical. These ones are getting a little bit better. So as you can see, my pretty face here. These are some of the better ads that do work. So first, showing proof, like you don't need to get, I usually don't put the prices there, but just doing some recent properties you've sold, these tend to work pretty well. And it's simple. Again.
Sorry, quick question.
Yep.
Can you tell us what the cost per lead is?
Yes.
The bad.
Yes. So with these, you're looking at like these ones might get as low as $25 per lead. These ones I've got no idea, but $25 plus, I would expect these ones and these ones to get anywhere from 50 to 100 cost per lead. Dollars per lead. Yeah.
So that all comes down to that click-through rate, that engagement.
The engagement.
If the click-through rate's like low,
Yeah.
you're going to get a really high cost.
100%. Because this stuff doesn't resonate. I mean, this might resonate with some people. Cheap. This will resonate with the wrong people. Price cutters. Like, I don't give a fuck about the real estate agent. I just want my house sold as cheaply as possible. Probably going to lose 20, 30, 50 grand on the sale price. And that send a message. Nobody wants to message a real estate agent straight away. If they did, they would be calling the guy that they already know. They're not going to be messaging some random person on Facebook. So this doesn't stand out to them. It doesn't resonate with them. This is showing them that there's potentially properties in their area that are selling and that you're selling them. So it's like, okay, this person's selling properties in my area. I can maybe trust them, or I want to get a price report. This is offering comparables, like look how much my home or this person's home has gone up since 2020. It's gone up, 200K.
Are you customizing them per suburb?
These will be custom for my clients' properties.
What was it, sorry?
These will be custom for my clients' properties. It's pretty easy though. I don't typically do suburbs, although this example is suburbs here. This ad tops the lot. And
What are you talking about?
This is the most basic ad there is. Like I change it specific for my clients and make it look a lot prettier. But I gave this as a basic to my Facebook group so they can use it. I'm not going to give them my good ones. I'll give them this stuff though. But this would probably perform just as well as my ones that I make for my clients. The reason it works is like if you're either doing Linwood or you're doing Christchurch, you're calling out, first of all, the specific people, like you live in Christchurch, you live in St. Albans, you live wherever. And then they're like, oh, this is me. Where's my street name? Or where's my suburb if it's Christchurch? Oh, this is for me specifically. I live in Christchurch and I live in Linwood. I'm going to click on this and get my price update. It's stupid. I don't know what fucking what it pulls in their brain to make it work, but it does. I just do what works. I don't look into too deep into why it works. Any questions so far? Yeah, straight up, the ugliest ads. But hey.
Well, maybe it's because it's like such small text and people are spending the time looking at the ads, looking for the L stream.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe, but like, for example, I've done ads in like Dannyverk, if you know where that is. You probably don't. It's the middle of fucking nowhere And look, I'll pull up. Oh, I don't have. Oh, I do have Wi-Fi. I'll go Danny Verk. Fuck. It's like this tiny little thing and see, it's like way rural in the North Island. If it's going to load. See, it's just in the middle of nowhere in the North Island. So I would target like all the sort of the towns up and down here I forget what it was called, like just the rural area. And there would only be like maybe 6 or 7 like towns that would target. So the writing is obviously a lot bigger because it doesn't fill up the screen like this, and it still works. But then here's just a few more ads, and there's a few others, new ones that I've made. But the point that I try and get across here is like, yes, these ads may look nice and they might sort of promote you, but you look like just every other real estate agent, whereas this is specific. Well, the reason I believe, I don't fucking know this for certain, but I believe it's because it's specific to them. And it calls out something relevant to them, which is why they click on it. That's how I process it. I don't know if that's right. You guys got any questions yet?
I'm pretty sure that's exactly it. You know, you're making the ad relevant to the person who's reading it, not to you.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Move on. The copy. Biggest thing here, which I do 99% of the time, is like calling out the people you're speaking with. So that is, hey, Christchurch homeowners, hey, Linwood homeowners, hey, whatever. And then just from there, it's just creating copy sort of relevant, like speaking on like why they might want to sell now, like speaking on the market, or just thinking of any other reason, like why it would be a good idea for them to get a price update. And then obviously always putting like a call to action at the bottom. Click learn more below and we'll let you know. You don't have to, like if you guys were thinking about doing this yourselves, you don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. The way I learnt was going on a thing called Facebook Ads Library and just copying what everyone else did. Like you can just go on Facebook Ads Library, search up real estate appraisal, and you'll see all the real estate appraisal ads like this, and you'll see all the copy. And then what I did in my first year was just fucking copy everything onto a Google Doc and rewrite it, and some of it's literally probably still word for word from a year or 2 years ago.
Does the Facebook library give you click-through rates?
Nah, it doesn't give you any of that.
Have any stats on it?
Nah, but you can sort of, you can just tell, like based on these examples, you can tell the people who are using a marketing agency versus the ones that aren't.
Have you guys used Facebook Ads Library before?
So it's part of marketing package. It's up to the client to choose whether they want to run Facebook ads. And in the commercial marketing package, there's an option to choose team up with staff and the cost related. So only can include 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks. It's normally how it's going to last for auction campaign. And if they want to reach out to more audience, you can choose the more expensive package.
So who's running the ads in that case?
I was telling you that. We have to check it out as you remember.
Yeah.
So now it's through the staff, the press.
Staff is the one
The
doing
press,
it.
yeah.
And then you buy that service through Hardworks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because the service will be linked with, we do have an internal system, and we design all the marketing campaign material in the internal system. And if we decide to put our ads on Facebook or LinkedIn, whatever the clients choose to, and all the design will be internal and face through to the press.
So that being for selling properties as opposed to giving listings.
This setting, this we're talking about the marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Which is a little bit different.
you're focusing on getting
Yeah, but although I'm not sure about commercial, but finding buyers for listings is fucking really easy.
Is it?
Yeah, far easier than finding sellers. Like cost per lead for the ads that work. Cost per lead is anywhere from sort of $8 to $15 for a seller. For buyers, it's as lower, sometimes lower than $3.
When you say buyer,
People wanting to buy a house.
so you can buy a house.
Yeah, because
Wait, but when you say that, do you mean like if I was in the market for a property,
mhm.
then I'm going to go and contact you to help me find a property? Is that what you're saying?
No. So, for example, if I was going to run buyer ads, then I would do something like this, except it would be the same house with just like maybe a hero shot of the house and then like some insides, and then advertise that as a looking for buyers, people wanting to buy, and then they'll click on that and fill out their information because they like the house.
Right, yeah. Okay. So you're looking for people that are interested in like a particular suburb or a particular area, and then you can sell those.
Just the house. No, not even that. You just advertise the house,
Right.
the house itself, and they'll be like the house looks nice, but then half the time they'll end up buying something like a different house if they do end up buying.
Yeah.
But you get the lead.
Yeah, but you get the lead.
$3 a lead from the buyer.
For sometimes as high as $5, but yeah, I mean, but then in saying that, I've got a client in Carterton, the North Island, which is a couple hours below Dannyburg, and he's getting seller leads for $3 or $5, $3 to $5, yeah. So it's fucking incredibly cheap.
I mean, and so just guessing, then Harcourts is locked in. Like you can't go off and.
You can. This one I reach out to Titus to see if we can find. To be honest, the Harcourts is different machine, and this is designed for residential
Yeah.
and commercial.
Yeah.
So we're different.
Yeah.
And also the digital marketing is a new thing. This came to the market last year.
Really?
Yeah.
For in commercial.
For the whole Harcourts world.
Oh, for the whole Harcourts.
It's crazy.
To New Zealand, right? This is like the rest of the world 5 years ago.
To be honest, because there's no other service providers out there.
Yeah.
Nobody reached out to us saying, "Hi, this is a package we can offer,"
Yeah.
and we the ratios there, and we actually asked the press to provide ratios to us. We want to say, and the thing we were wanting, because we need to charge the clients for the marketing money, right? And we need to give the data back to the client. If the clients are happy to pay and we got really good result, we're happy to have conversation just between the provider and our clients. But nobody so far has provided any data to us.
Wait, so staff doesn't give you like how many impressions you're getting, how many.
I never used them, to be honest.
Have you tried in no?
No. So if you want to engage Harcourts, maybe to offer a service, we want to see the ratios and the leads and how to generate. Because we need to convince the clients to use your service.
Yeah. I know when we were selling a house, residential house, it was there was the tick boxes for it.
Campaign's very expensive. Your campaign probably start from, I don't know how much they will spend, but for a typical campaign, you're looking at the budget around $5,000 to $10,000. And the client wants results. And if it's an auction campaign, the target for us, we need to bring at least, ideally, more people into the auction room and to find with each other.
Like for example, this client looking for buyers, spent $120, 40 leads at $3 a lead. Here's some results there for you. Reach 8,000, impressions 12,000.
So yeah, for Facebook you can see all the numbers.
Yeah.
I can't read it. I'm in my class.
Oh, you can't see it. You want to see it in the see your real
I'm so
numbers.
old. I'm in my classes now.
I mean, what we find is that some people are numbers people and some people aren't. And
I am.
yeah,
because
if you like numbers, digital marketing has got a lot.
Yeah.
A lot for you.
But like in my opinion, although it says at 8,500 people saw the ad and it got 12,000 impressions, if you only get one lead from that, that doesn't mean shit. Like it's pointless numbers. Whereas this guy's got 40 leads too. Like that's pretty good.
So 40 people have contacted him about buying
some land.
That piece of that property that
Yeah.
listed through
Yeah.
there. And as a result, it costs $33
Per lead.
because you spend $120.
Correct.
If my clients could get $3 a lead, I'd be very happy.
But like, I doubt he'll convert one of those leads. Like for Facebook ads, conversion rate in real estate, it's like 1 to 2%.
Really? So from 40, you would still only get like...
He might get a conversion in the next three to 4 months from that.
Yeah. Where people, what's the conversion from that?
Oh, like
Someone
they
puts an
buy.
offer in,
They buy. Yeah, put an offer in.
put an offer in.
Yeah.
Right, so the amount spent is quite reasonable, I can see.
Well, that's very low. I mean, actually, because
What's
he's...
the average? If say I got a multi-million property on the market, I'm trying to run a 3 weeks campaign. You give me a figure how much I need to convert, how much I need to convince my client to spend on.
For commercial or for residential?
For residential.
So, for example, in New Zealand, because I'd advertise it a little bit different personally than how I did, because this is an American client. They have buyer and seller agents over there, whereas here, although you work in a team as a buyer agent, it's not widespread. Here, what I would do is I would spend like maybe $500, maybe a bit more, over like maybe a 7-day period, right? Yeah, and specifically looking for buyers, and then I'll just be fucking hounding the phones that week, like just smashing them, like not giving up, and then just blow up that open home that next weekend, and just stack that open home. Because if you do that, like let's say campaign goes live, spend like $500, maybe $700 for those 7 days, get a fuckload of leads in, smash the phones, then that first open home, the clients are going to be like, whoa, like quick time to get a result for the client. They're going to be feeling great. You could get an offer in, like who knows, but that's going to sort of set the standard for that.
So is your funnel typically is that like a lead turns into a visit to an open home, turns into potential.
Most of them are sellers. Like most of my clients deal with sellers. So what that looks like is Facebook ad, like the ones that I showed you, become a lead. Either my clients call them or we'll call them, book them in as an appointment, and then the client will go visit them to view their property and sort of do an appraisal.
Yeah. So that's your like measure of success is that you got somebody coming to.
Well, not really. Like it's hard not to be measured against listings, because that's the ultimate goal. Whereas we don't have control over that. We do what we can, but like you can't really avoid not being measured against it. So you do everything you can to get your clients listings, although a lot of the time the blame is put on, for example, me, when really it's like, well, fuck, did you call the leads? No, but it's still my fault.
Yeah, welcome to marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
You brought in 30 leads or 40 leads. didn't sell it. What's going on?
But I heard from Oliver that you're setting up like a call center to help with working.
Yes. Yeah. So I run a call center at the moment. I got one Filipino working part-time. The problem is I'm paying them like $5 US an hour, so it's not a lot. Problem is they can't, from what I've found, is it's for someone working so cheap, they can't exactly think for themselves. They don't have any sales skills, so they're very just script orientated. Like they have to have the exact words in front of them, which can be kind of frustrating. It's like, fuck, well, if I'm paying you to do this, I may as well pay AI. So I'm like looking into like maybe testing an AI caller to call the leads straight away within like 5 seconds of the lead coming in, so they're touched, and then potentially having a real person call them after that.
So the client will be a licensed real estate agent. They will allow you to talk to a client. My understanding is if in real estate, if you were to tell a client, you need to have a license to do so.
We don't give advice. We just find information and book appointments. So yeah, we can't give any real estate advice, but we can just find out about them, find out about their situation, like why are you thinking about selling? Why are you thinking about buying? Just basic stuff like that. And then, I think John would be really good to talk to you and find out how much your house is worth. He's available this time.
So the reason you're looking at call centre is because you're finding that when you do work for the agent, they're not following up on the lead as quickly
Exactly.
as is required to get it to convert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, for example, follow-up cadence. Real estate agents, probably people in general, but with real estate agents, they'll get the lead, they'll call them once, no answer. They'll call them twice, no answer. They're like, fuck, do they even want to speak to me? They might call them a third time. That's 3 dials over, and then they won't call them again for a month or 2 months. And by that point, they might have listed already. And the reason they didn't call them is like, I don't want to be annoying. I don't want people to hate me. I'm not salesy. I'm not that salesy real estate person. I don't want to be annoying. I think I said that. Whereas people are just fucking busy. Like, people live lives. People are working. People have kids. People are doing whatever the fuck they're doing. They're so focused on themselves. They're not looking at their phone like, oh, I need to get back to this person straight away. That's just your own beliefs in your head thinking that they don't want to speak with you. Whereas the sale typically comes from like the 14th touch point in real estate agent, like anywhere from like 10 to 14 touch points, sometimes more. So these people that are only calling 2-3 times, they may have got the sale fucking 10 times later. So what I do with my ISAs is we make sure we get 14 touch points or 14 calls, whether that's once in the morning, once a night, or once a day over 14 days, whatever that looks like. Which is what my clients who are calling the leads themselves should be doing, although they're not willing to put in that kind of work. Where am I going with this? It's a lot of
Well, a huge effort
It's-
to get in touch with somebody.
exactly.
Most New Zealanders would be extremely hesitant about, geez, I'd even hesitate about the second email.
Yeah, and it's not New Zealanders; it's worldwide. This issue, yeah. For example, because I do a lot of free trainings in my group, and one of this lady came to one of them, and I was talking about follow up. Like, you need to be fucking following up with these people like crazy. Like, you have no idea. And then she messaged me like a month later, and she was like, I used your bothering method after the 7th call. I finally got the listing. And it's like, well, no fucking shit. Like, the bothering method, yeah, I know. And then there was another one that did it as well. And he's like, yeah, he called it the bothering method as well. Maybe I said it in the video by accident, I don't know. But it's like crazy, like if you do it, that works. And I had a real estate coach come in and do a few trainings. He did back-to-back $100 million years, like real big dog. And he was showing us on the training like how often he would follow up with this person. He was just scrolling. It was message after message after message after message, no reply. Just like, hey, how are you doing? Like, not all real estate related, but following up like once a day, twice a day, just information about the market. What are you up to? I'm just in your area. I've got a house that you might really like. Oh, I was actually just walking past your house. Here's the reason why it didn't sell last time. Like, take a video like, oh, they didn't point this out, just random shit. He followed up like fucking 20 times, and then the guy finally reached back like, I'm ready to list. Like, when are you free for a call? And it was like a $5-10 million property or some shit. Like, just.
What kind of block you? Quite often we get, second phone call, we get a full block. You can sell them.
Yeah.
If
Well, at least you know then.
Yeah.
You probably hit the end of your journey with that client.
if you're not getting blocked at least once a day, then you're not fucking following up enough. Like, straight up, I get blocked anywhere from 1 to 3 times a day talking to people on Facebook. Just smashing DMs. Yeah, if I'm like real onto it and like hungry to try and book some calls, I'll be sending like at least 40 new DMs a day, and then I'll be following up with like 2 to 3 times during that same day. So like once every couple of hours, and then people are just blocking like crazy. And it's like, there's another one. You're collecting them like fucking. Yeah. But it's.
Seriously, you need to come back to resting. We'll be making $6 million a year.
But yeah, that's the follow up that's needed. Is just crazy follow up. What's this? Pipeline, CRM. I don't know if
We don't have a pipeline.
you don't.
The pipeline is shit.
If I pull up my,
No one's managing that?
No. Do you use the pipeline?
The new CRM that we're using is currently fucking messy.
Messy.
Yeah, because we just transferred to Vault.
It must be a lot of money.
Buggy.
As across the country, they're using the same.
Across the whole world. They're trying to centralize all the data,
Right.
but they did it the wrong way. For example, if you put a client information in there, it automatically we will think it's under our name, but you have to click it and your name, otherwise the content goes out to everybody.
Right. Okay.
There's a lot of function that we used to have and no longer have. And it's like, are we going forward or backwards?
So like this is the CRM that I personally use. It just like these are the messages I've sent: active conversation, meaningful, triage, etc. So like this is super simple. Like this is what I recommend my clients use. No, this is called Go High Level. Although you can use Trello board. A Trello board is free. Load. So for example, this is what, he doesn't even use it. But anyways, day one follow-up, and then like once he's called these people, move them into the second follow-up, and then the third follow-up, and then the fourth follow-up, and then fifth, sixth, seventh, and then it's all the way to 14. And then you just, like our system, you just call them and it moves them automatically. He just wasn't calling them through the system. But if you have something like this, then it's super easy to know who to follow up with next. And or you can use something like mine. It's like active conversation. It's like, or like 3 months time, whatever. Just you can set up however you want. I've got like a pipeline stages here, which is for real estate specific. So that's kind of hard to read. But yeah.
What's the time frame between the first and second and third?
What do you mean?
So the first follow-up you would call on day one. The second follow-up you would call on day.
Oh, right. So for example, this system here, you can ignore that. But if I was going to do one call a day, then I just call it different times of the day. Or for example, if I was a real estate agent, what I would do is I would get up and then either from 8 to 11 or 9 to 12, I would just be fucking cold calling all day. And then, well, not all day, but throughout those hours. And then the next couple hours, I'd probably be potentially following up with people. And then like the afternoon would be all client work. But here, for example, if I had like a full call center working 24 hours a day, just systems on point, I'd be calling them at 8 a.m. in the morning and then 5 p.m. at night. And then just doing that every single day until they've had, and for a full week.
I guess commercial is different. Commercial is very different because no, he's residential. He's still part of the residential school. Okay, anyway, so commercial is different because once we got lease coming through, we usually get some a confidentiality agreement signed.
Mm-hmm.
This is for business transaction. If the boy is interested in a business, we get him sign some sort of form, and we supply the information to them. We need to give them a little bit of time to read it. It's all figures, lease agreement and all that.
Mm-hmm.
What I tried in the past is, if you don't give them enough time, they didn't read it. And then if you give too much time to them,
Mm-hmm.
just forget about it.
Okay, how long should it take to read it though?
Oh, it's very complicated. It's financial reports, there's staff roster, and business information, website, lease agreement.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
I think if 1 to 3 days to read it, really read it through.
1 to 3 days. So after 1 day, 1 to 3 days is fine. 1 day follow up. Hey, how's it been going? Reading through the thing. Did you find what you wanted to? No, I haven't got a chance yet. Second day, how's it going? Like, have you read this?
As also a really interesting conversation. I messaged a lady, she wants to buy a business. I messaged him last week, Thursday, and she didn't get back to me until today.
I can't read that, but
It's okay. I messaged her Thursday, around 3:30, and then she just got back to me today.
yeah. So because you messaged on Thursday at 3:30, I would have followed up again on Saturday, or maybe even Friday.
I tried twice to ring her, she didn't pick up.
Did you not call through the? Oh, okay.
I called her.
But then, did you send a text?
I did. It's
Okay.
a text.
Yeah. So I mean, that's fine. Like, I would follow up every day, maybe every 2 days to get a response, or maybe do like 2 or 3 follow-ups and then leave it.
Do you think it's because it's real estate specifically? So you're trying to like get through this like
Nah.
inertia?
It's not, because who I learned this from, this amount of follow-up. Oh, let me think.
Commercial position are very, very different. You know, the state we're going is very different. We need to give the party enough time to read through. If English is not the first language, they need even more time. Disagreement sometimes depends on which version of disagreement is signed, right? So sometimes I got a disagreement today. It's around 70 pages. It's a whole lot of pages you go through, and most of them they don't understand the terms.
Yeah, so that is a little bit different.
Yeah.
But no, to answer your question, I don't think it's any different.
You don't think it's different?
No. I think people are busy. If you follow up, if you follow up every day for a week or twice a day, morning and night for 7 days to get those 14 touch points, you're going to get a hell of a lot of fuck offs, but you're going to get a hell of a lot more new clients.
Without them being angry at you as well.
Yeah.
In terms of
Just
culture,
checking.
we got culture difference right here.
No thanks.
In your culture, you think you would deal with the clients a little bit slow, or you will push through?
I'm slow. Personally, I'm slow. I learned recently that I have this symptom called pipeline constipation.
But you're already too busy, Tyler, so...
Yeah, I'm already busy.
Yeah.
But,
It kind of doesn't matter, right?
I do want to, I do see the value in what you're saying and how to getting to that level of, I don't know the word for it, the perseverance of continuing to do this. You will be guaranteed to get results if you don't. If you follow this process and keep going at it. So I see a lot of value in what you're saying.
So, I mean, we have a slightly different model where we don't need new clients each month, because when we get a client, we want them on a retainer and they stay with us, and so we only might need a new client every 3rd month, perhaps, depending on fluctuations. Whereas your business is very much about new client, consistent. Not maybe not for commercial.
Yeah, so it depends on the level of the work the agent's got. If, for example, agents trying to push the ranking up, they got a reasonable large team to help with that, so they can allocate the workload to someone else. Maybe I follow up, you follow up, or someone else follow up, same clients. But if agents are already busy enough, I don't think they got enough time to make so many phone calls.
No.
That's the workload, and also culture difference plays a huge role here. In our culture, generally we don't intend to make so much phone calls, just follow up with one person.
Have you ever tried?
That about the New Zealand culture as well. I think it would be almost